The first hint that frost might be forming over relations between the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and some of their high-born friends in Norfolk, came when friends of the Duchess said a former model believed herself to be a rival to her royal crown. Then yesterday it was reported the Duchess had instructed her husband to banish the offending female friend from their social circle, following a terrible falling out. Kate and William had long been thought close friends of their Norfolk neighbors, the Marquis and Marchioness of Cholmondeley, he, a 57-year-old old Etonian, she a 35-year-old former model. But speculation about a serious rift between Kate and the Marchioness, former model Rose Hanbury, is said to have intensified in recent weeks. At their Devon home yesterday, Rose's parents, Tim and Emma Hanbury, remained tight-lipped, expressing surprise but offering no comment. So who is the Norfolk beauty whom the future queen wants phased out of her social set? Described most frequently as a beguiling socialite, the willowy Rose Hanbury, Marchioness of Cholmondeley, has always commanded attention. As a renowned society beauty and former model with an impeccably aristocratic pedigree, there were no shortage of suitors for her hand, including, it was once rumored, a young Prince William. That the honor eventually fell to charismatic David Roxovich, the 7th Marquis of Cholmondeley, a wealthy old Etonian 23 years her senior, may have raised a few eyebrows on the London scene, particularly when they married just 2 days after announcing not only their engagement but that Rose was pregnant with twins. But there is little doubt that the family, which now includes 9-year-old twins Alexander and Oliver, and Iris, 3, are today the toast of their North Norfolk enclave. They are part of a band of so-called turnip toffs, a party-loving set with bigger homes than the royals. Fellow members include William's close friends William and Rosie Van Cutsum, Tom, and Polly Coke, the Earl and Countess of Leicester, neighbors at nearby Holcombe Hall, and James and Laura Mead, who is a godmother to Prince Louis. Rose has always liked to defy convention, according to friends. The tall, leggy and doe-eyed brunette, now 35, signed up to model agency Storm, the firm that was also home to Kate Moss, when she arrived on the London scene with elder sister Marina. The sisters came to public attention in 2005 after the publication of a racy photograph showing them in matching skimpy pink bikinis flanking then Prime Minister Tony Blair. Their younger brother David is a financier in Hong Kong. The trio were brought up at Wembury House, a Georgian manor house in Devon, by rather unconventional parents. Their father Tim is an old Etonian website designer and part of the brewing dynasty Truman, Hanbury, Buxton, and Co., and their mother is designer Emma, who owns and runs the Morosa fashion label. The couple were more like friends than parents, a friend of the family once noted. It's not unusual to see Timmy and Emma at nightclub bougies with the girls. Likewise, Marina and Rose are just as happy in the company of their parents' friends as they are with their own age group. The family reportedly used to holiday together in Ibiza and really knew how to throw a party. Wembury, which the family inherited in 1980, is an eclectic mix of vibrant colors, historic oil paintings and chintz. It has a pool, sweeping gardens with views to Dartmoor, and an elegant dining room draped with fairy lights. A neighbor in Devon told a newspaper, "An invitation to Wembury is much coveted around here. One minute you'll be talking to one of Emma's bohemian friends, the next you'll be talking to a feckless peer. Add to the mix a rock star or an actor and a couple of the girls' leggy young friends and you get the picture." The sisters are certainly of thoroughbred stock. Emma's mother Lady Elizabeth Longman was a childhood playmate of Queen Elizabeth, and a bridesmaid at her wedding to Prince Philip. The family hosts an annual cricket match where the guest list often includes Zach Goldsmith, Hugh Grant, and Imran Khan. But while Rose could have become a career socialite, she stepped into politics, working as an aide to Michael Gove, at the time Shadow School secretary, while attending a host of glamorous London parties. She and Marina routinely featured on Tatler's 100 Most Invited list. Unsurprisingly, there have been a flock of aristocratic admirers. Rose was linked with Lord Freddie Windsor, Lord John Somerset and Lord Lambton's grandson Fred, to whom she was rumored to be engaged. In fact, the families were so close that Fred's father Ned, the Earl of Durham, later married Marina, again, with an age gap of 20 years between them. Rose was also, at one stage, named as a potential contender for Prince William's affections, although when they first met, and whether they ever became close prior to the Cambridges' move to Norfolk, remains unclear. William was surrounded by a coterie of hair-flicking beauties, including Jessica Craig, Isabella Calthorpe, and Olivia Hunt, both before his relationship with Kate and during the couple's brief split in 2007. William, at just 2 years older than Rose, may once have been considered a more realistic prospect than David. Indeed, many believed Playboy David might never marry. His party-loving friends included Hollywood actor Johnny Depp, rock star Mick Jagger and Peter Mandelson, and there were a string of high-profile flings with model and actress Lisa B., French film star Isabelle Adjani and heiress Sabrina Guinness. But after meeting Rose at a party at Villa Cittanel, the Italian playground of the Lambton family, the stars finally aligned and they married at Chelsea Town Hall in 2009. Rose's parents did not bat an eyelid at their daughter's unconventional relationships. A family friend told a newspaper, "It's not about what age they are, it's about who they are. And by that I mean whether the person is right for their daughters. All they want is for them to be happy. And who wouldn't be happy with such a match?" In 1990, Lord Cholmondeley, a direct descendant of Britain's first Prime Minister, Sir Robert Walpole, inherited £118 million and 2 stately homes upon the death of his father, the 6th Marquess, and in doing so became the greatest catch in England. He owns Cholmondeley Castle in Cheshire, but the family home is Norfolk's Houghton Hall, a 106-room stately home in the Palladian style, constructed in the 1720s for Walpole himself, with a sculpture park, a 5-acre walled garden and 1,000 acres of parkland. The hall is rather more roomy than the average family home, but after the twins were born, David insisted it was very much where the family should be based. Rose had quit her job in Westminster when severe morning sickness, which also afflicted the Duchess of Cambridge during her pregnancies, took its toll. The babies were born several months prematurely by cesarean section, and this posed an unusual conundrum for the couple. Reportedly, both boys had been born at the same time, so which one should inherit their father's title and lucrative multi-million-pound estate? In the end, it was decided by a fluke of biology. Alexander, known as Zahn, who weighed 8 ounces more than Oliver, was given the honor. He is known as the Earl of Roxovage, while his twin is simply Lord Oliver Cholmondeley. The family, which expanded in 2016 with the birth of Lady Iris, is now at the center of the Norfolk set, and Rose has, to date, counted Kate as one of her closest friends. Both have young children, live in a rural idyll and occupy a similar position of immense privilege. Rose and David are extremely well connected and said to be fabulous hosts and great fun. Undoubtedly an asset in the Cambridge's closely guarded inner circle. The Cholmondeley estate is just 4 miles from the Duke and Duchess's home, Anmer Hall, and the royal couple and their children are said to have been regular guests. Indeed, Prince George was a playmate of the Cholmondeley twins. Their interests, too, are shared. Rose and Kate are patrons of the charity East Anglia's Children's Hospices, and Kate has attended the Houghton Hall horse trials with her brood. A gala dinner for the charity was hosted by the Cholmondeleys in July 2016, and Kate and Rose were pictured chatting animatedly. In fact, Rose is considered so much a part of the royal scene that she sat next to Prince Harry at a Buckingham Palace state banquet in 2017. If Kate is seeking to extricate Rose, as it is rumored, it could prove a rather bothersome, and humiliating, business for everyone concerned.